Good morning, afternoon, or evening from whenever or wherever you are watching this video from. I am Jack Adamas, back with my Premier League football predictions, episode 25, game week 25. Let's get straight into it. We start game week 25 with tonight's kickoff at 8 p.m. as Brighton host Chelsea. Brighton knocked out Chelsea in the FA Cup less than a week ago, and with a victory here, they will only find themselves 6 points off of Chelsea in that fourth position. Chelsea will be looking for revenge in this one, and they did win the last 4 head-to-heads between the two sides before that FA Cup game, but they know they can't afford another slip-up here if they are serious about finishing in the top 4 this season. The last 7 head-to-heads between these two sides have all finished with either team winning on the day. I don't think that'll be the case this time round, though, as I can see this one ending in a high-scoring 2-2 draw. And the 12:30 kickoff on Saturday sees Leicester at home to Arsenal. Leicester's chances of survival are looking increasingly unlikely, as it now looks like it's only 4 teams battling it out for the relegation this season. And with 9 losses in their last 11 matches in all competitions, things aren't looking good at the King Power. Arsenal's form is going a bit under the radar, as they are unbeaten in their last 14 Premier League matches, which is their best run since the 2010-11 season. Leicester have conceded 2 or more goals in 8 of their last 9 home matches. I think they'll concede another 3 here, as I can see Arsenal winning here 3-0. Moving on to the 3 o'clock kickoffs, we have Aston Villa at home to Ipswich. Aston Villa progressed to the 5th round of the FA Cup for the first time in 10 years on Sunday, and with only 1 defeat in their last 8 matches domestically, they are on a good run of form at the moment as they look to close the gap on the top 4. Ipswich, like I already mentioned with Leicester, they are looking increasingly likely that they will be playing in the Championship again next season. On a plus side for Ipswich though, they have picked up 9 of their 16 points on the road, so we can't just write them off in this one. Villa have won 4 of their last 7 home matches by a 1-goal margin. I think they'll win this one by a 2-goal margin though, as I can see them getting a victory here in a 3-1 win. Moving on, we have Fulham at home to Nottingham Forest. If you look at Fulham's form guide, it looks like a set of traffic lights with the amount of win-losses and draws they have, which goes to show why they are around the European spaces but not quite in the race for them, as inconsistency has played a big part for them this season. Nottingham Forest, after thrashing Brighton 7-0 in the Premier League last week, they did get taken to penalties by League One Exeter in the FA Cup on Tuesday, so they will have some tired legs coming into this one. They will be looking to get their 9th win in 11 league matches though here, moving them a step closer to securing top 4 this season. Only 10 of Forest's 24 games has seen both teams to score this season. I do think this will be number 11 though, as I can see Fulham winning here 2-1. Next we have Man City at home to Newcastle. Man City's disastrous season got even worse midweek in the Champions League on Tuesday as they lost 3-2 to Real Madrid. Even though they was winning 2-1 in that game in the 86th minute, they ended up losing 3-2. They did, however, win their last 4 games before that defeat though, coming into this one. Newcastle come into this one and they have lost 2 of their last 3 Premier League matches. However, both of those defeats did come on home soil. Bad news for City in this one, they have won their last 6 away games in all competitions. This is a hard game to predict, as I don't know if Man City will be fully focused on this game or if they will have half of their focus on that game away to Real Madrid in the Champions League midweek next weekend. I think it will be the latter, so for that reason I'm going to go for a Newcastle 2-1 victory. Next we travel to St Mary's as we have Southampton hosting Bournemouth. Southampton did give themselves a slight chance of survival winning last time out against Ipswich, as they now find themselves 10 points from safety with 14 games to go. Bournemouth could end this round of fixtures in the top 4 if they win here and results do go their way. And all fingers are pointing to a Bournemouth win, as they do only have 1 defeat in their last 9 away matches. And on the contrast to that, Southampton have only got 1 win in their last 9 home matches, the other 8 all being defeats. Southampton have conceded 30 goals in their 11 home matches so far this season. I think they'll concede another 3 here, as I reckon Bournemouth will win here 3-0. And the last 3 o'clock kickoff sees the London derby between West Ham and Brentford. West Ham have had a poor season considering their recruitment and their expectations at the beginning of the season. And with Graham Potter only getting 1 win in his first 5 games in charge, things aren't looking like they're going to change anytime soon. Brentford aren't doing much better though, as they've only got 2 victories in their last 11 games in all competitions. However, on the plus side for them, if they do win here, they could move back into the top half of the table. Graham Potter is undefeated against Brentford in his managerial career with 5 wins and 1 draw. I reckon he will remain undefeated come full time, as I reckon this one will finish in a draw and it will finish 1-1. And the 5:30 kickoff on Saturday sees Crystal Palace host Everton. Crystal Palace really have changed their season around. They went from fighting relegation to now fighting a top half finish in the Premier League. And with only 1 defeat in their last 9 matches, they look like they will carry on that form here. They will be looking to make it 1 defeat in their last 10 here. David Moyes has really changed Everton's season around, and they now find themselves 10 points clear of the drop zone, and he's only got 1 defeat in his last 5 games in all competitions. They have scored 10 goals in their last 5 Premier League matches as well, which is 2/3 of the amount of goals they had scored in their previous 19 Premier League matches. Crystal Palace have got a disastrous head-to-head against Everton, as they have only got one victory in the last 20 meetings between the two sides. However, I am going to go into the history books in this one, as I'm going to go for Crystal Palace to win here, 1-0. And for the first game on Super Sunday at 2 p.m, we have Liverpool at home to Wolves. After the very rare occurrence this season, Liverpool find themselves 2 games without a victory after the shock defeat to Plymouth in the FA Cup and a 2-2 draw against Everton in the last Merseyside derby at Goodison Park. Wolves, on the other hand, they have a very rare occurrence of coming into this game with back-to-back victories in their last 2 matches, and they have kept 2 clean sheets in those games as well, winning both of those games 2-0. Liverpool will be looking to get some revenge after that draw midweek against Everton, and unfortunately for Wolves, they will be on the end of it, as I can see Liverpool winning here 4-0. And for the second Super Sunday game at 4:30 on Sunday, we have 2 top 6 teams going together as we see 14th play 13th in the Premier League as Tottenham host Manchester United. Spurs come into this without playing a midweek game for the first time this calendar year, and they will be looking to get a victory in this one to secure back-to-back Premier League wins for only the second time this season. If Spurs do beat Manchester United here, that means they would have beaten them on 3 separate occasions this season, so they'll be the first team to do it since Chelsea did it in 2010-2011. Since Amaron has taken charge, only 5 teams in the Premier League have taken less points than him. However, they have won 6 of their last 8 matches in all competitions, so the signs are there that they are moving in the right direction. It's crazy me saying this, but between these two sides, they have lost half of their games so far this season. Between these two sides, they have lost 24 times this season out of 48 games played. I think in this game, though, it's going to be a crazy high-scoring game, ending in a 3-3 draw. And for my extra game this weekend, it is at 5:30 on Saturday as second place first in Bundesliga as Bayer Leverkusen host Bayern Munich. Both teams have only lost once this season, but Bayer Leverkusen have drawn 4 more games, so they find themselves 8 points behind Bayern Munich at the top of the table. I think come full time that will be down to 5 points though, as Bayer Leverkusen win here in a 2-1 victory. Thank you very much if you are still here at the end of my video. I really do appreciate the love and support I've been getting from you guys. Please do continue to like, share, follow, but most importantly subscribe to the YouTube channel. Have a good weekend guys, and remember, if you don't shoot, you can't score. Bye guys, have a good weekend.